Forgetting words when learning a language is something that every learner faces. But the reason why this happens is not because you don't study enough, it's not because you don't know the word. Thing is that you don't put into practice that word. Thing is that you don't know how to use that word yet. Many learners think that knowing a word is knowing its translation into their native language, is knowing the meaning of that word. But actually, what knowing a word means, what being fluent in a language means, is knowing how to use that word. Forgetting is okay. Forgetting is part of remembering. That's something that the brain does. If you don't get used to using certain words, if you don't get used to using certain expressions, it's normal for the brain to forget them. Can we start implementing those words that we learn in a classroom or while having a conversation with someone else? Well, the tip is overusing that word. Whenever you have the chance of speaking or having that conversation and you want to put into practice that new word, idiom, or expression that you learned during class, or that you learned in a movie, or that you learned from other person who was speaking in English with you, overuse it. Reviewing is key when learning a language, and this is something that I get to do with my students within my lessons. They get tons of feedback, they do tons of reviewings, feel comfortable with that vocabulary, consistent in their own learning, because consistency is not about just grabbing one grammar book and studying English for 1 or 2 hours and then forget about it for the rest of the week. It's about doing small things on a daily basis. Everything that you do adds.